Hello, today I would like to present geotechnical engineering presentation for slope stability case study with my friend. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Tishan Godasan Tambadu and my metric number is 11DKA 122F1007, and my other teammate will be Salahim and he will introduce himself.
My name is Masood Sufyan. My metric number is 11 DKA 22F160.
So first of all, the introduction. The term failure slope in geotechnics or civil engineering could be used to describe the slope of the terrain or the structure that is likely to collapse or fail. It could also be used more generally to refer to a slope where there is a risk of failure or instability. The objective of this paper is to explain the occurrence of the slope collapse at Durian Tunggal and Melaka. In the case study, we will specifically explain how the collapse of the slope occurred in this case. We will also explain the case and consequence of the collapse in the case study. Next in the report, we will find the design that can be used to replace the existing slope design. And finally, in this case study, the factors that influence the slope collapse will be discussed later. Case study will be use authorized project as an example. Recommendation for solving slope collapsing issues using any stabilization techniques. Next up will be our location. As you can see in the slide, we are at Kampung Gangsa. The postal code will be 76100, Durian Tunggal, Melaka, and the coordinates of it will be 2 degree 17 degree 13.3 north and 102 degree 15 46.3 in the east. Following it will be the type of retaining wall. Gravity wall. Gravity wall is a retaining wall in civil engineering that uses its weight and mass to withstand the lateral force of the soil or other materials. Unlike walls that are supported by external reinforcement or anchors, gravity walls rely on the sheer weight of force of the gravity to keep the retained material from shifting and collapsing. The gravity walls are typically made of heavy materials such as concrete and used to stabilize slopes, support embankments, and or create level surface in many construction projects. Cause of slope failure. Slope failure in civil engineering can result from a number of things, such as number one would be geological condition, which will be water sensitive material, weak or poorly compacted soil, and geological faults can all lead to a slope failure. Number two would be water influence. Too much rain or water seeping in can raise the soil's pore pressure, which lowers the soil's shear strength and causes instability on slope. And the third will be human activities. If not effectively managed, excavation, building, and other human activities that change the geometry of the natural slope may result in failure. And number four would be undercutting. A slope stability might be compromised when material is removed from the space by excavation or steam erosion. And last but not least, in order to avoid failures and guarantee the safety of the surrounding areas and structures, it is imperative that these factors be understood and mitigated in the slope stability analysis and engineering. The solution of failure slope is usually a combination of environmental and engineering solution used to address slope failure. Here's a few typical fixes. Number one would be retaining walls. Building retaining walls can stabilize slopes and stop soil movement by offering structural support. Number two would be slope reinforcement by strengthening the soil. Geosynthetic material like geogrit or geotextile can improve the stability of slope. And third would be installing nails or rock balls into the slope stabilizes it by adding more support and halting movement. Number four would be slope flattening. Gravitational force acting on the slope can be lessened by reducing the slope angle through excavation or other techniques. And the fifth would be surface and subsurface drainage system are example of proper drainage which helps control water runoff and keep the soil from becoming saturated. And that will be all for my part, and my partner will continue from this on.
Implication: Source inability causes a sublet with a large human activity and probability result in body damage, in injury and fatalities, landslide. As a result of the degradation and so the material downstream. In solution such day, the area must repair the replace and slope use a high ground material and system as explained to mesh approach and service this. She earned there on inside the slope and reality in slope gradient. As with impurity, ground of base and gravitational pressure and the stress of offset by the soil nation and landslide result and the growing tension with the slope and the surface and adaptability. Next slide. A type of mass with the back metal in concrete and real bar because the slope design is not suited the strength and the ground. Mass a concrete with a betonite back was used to keep the ground from severely day after day. The soil included a wing sand and gravel. How, however, exposure to gradation means a cause also to become softer. The only material there introduced and the color bar, which introduced to support a lot of land. Mass concrete Mass concrete wall with a cavity profile. What will the modulus retinal wall will a written height of up. The next slide. Large really cut slope filled in on the bank and the channel in Sri Kemangan. In summer of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia on 5 January 2022. The event notable because it was caused by local people and self-covered video. For example, this one involved in good preparation of the event to different viewpoint and reserve soft image and aftermath. Cause number one is the lensing to go into the flow and result in duration fail. Number two is lesson in grow in pipe by spiral from the hyper water vessel and by the heavy ride. Number three in the flow included human activity and lesson. A repair is within the road surface and the site from the set of a repair a necessary overlay. This image mesh and material amount to best to have we found the aftermath. Next slide is solution. The solution from the greater government wall have the interior instability the to in the wall little wall. Steam a channel consists soil in and the control project and depend on the building location. Government wall in consider to have the semi-equal civil of livability and solution and novel design the slope in the cabin basket. They'll be mass automate in various size and the slope and a box. It's used to mark the cabin basket and the cabin basket and commonly used in really high and highway communication. We wish about the technology because it's flexible, affordably, and the design is such the advantage. Stability from soil is high quality from cement and receive gravity element of variability unlike gravity retrained wall. Stability government are not input to air to a cooker and do not break. Eco-friendly carbon elements don't have the ability to pollution, can grow over time and is absorbed by nutrient even thanks to the pressure in the soil create below the field material. The reset maintenance. Maintenance develop inside the metal vehicle shift with down half a water weight activity and until one is dislodged in under the damaged area. It will high general in high quality and have until the wall will meet basket and other and open cleaving the rock. Type of rock, metal, rock, stone and we mix. Conclusion. So activity analysis with inside the slope stability analysis calculation Climatic factor and putting severe control influence to creative functionality of civil engineering project and the company geotechnical engineering. Engineering can improve the quality and quality to stability and study the fundamental leading into the underlying sign improving and the analysis the look application and pick up the real student in the end you will have to save for a long day and thank you.